Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped, and welcome to this week's midweek 180. It's Tuesday because I've got a super busy week this week. No great surprises there, but you join me from the driver's seat of the epic Audi RSQ8. My press car for the next week. I've got so many cool things happening this week. Lots of driving, lots of cool things to put this car to the test. So make sure you stay tuned for the review, which will be coming to the channel very, very soon. But before we start the Midweek 180, last week's Midweek 180 has broken all records. So far, it's amassed 16,000 views, which is a record for a Midweek 180, and I have a feeling it's got something to do with the punchy title and subject matter about the 2030 ban on ICE vehicles moving and all of that kind of stuff. It's clearly lit a fire under many of you. And then I follow that up on Monday with a dog walk video, my first dog walk video for a long time. Many of you had said, when's the next dog walk video? Well, I've done one for you. It hit the channel on Monday at 6. It's doing pretty well so far. I'd like it to pick up some views, but the comments section is really, really interesting. Yeah, it's certainly a hot topic. But if you've not seen one of these before, if you're new to the channel, then this is my midweek get my teeth in. It's been a long day already. My update where I bring you my news, views, and information about upcoming reviews, all filmed in one take. I'm going to put 180 seconds at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, and that's it. A very simple format. So, without further ado, let's get cracking with this week's Midweek 180. I shall start my timer. Okay, last week's leader of the pack was Francois G. Haven't had one of those for a while, my friend. Joined in the Magnificent Seven by Automotive, Rod Matheson, Stephen Spink, Leanne Jackson, Michael Kember, and Kevin DG7. So whoever puts the first comment this week, you'll be my leader of the pack next week, and the first 7 comments will be in my Magnificent Seven. Where are you and what you're doing? Well, that was Busy 1956, who just come out of hospital after 6 days, having broken their tibia, broken the ball off the top of their tibia, and had to have a half hip replacement under an epidural, which meant they were awake for the whole thing. Mate, I can't imagine how horrible that was. I hope you're doing well. All the peddlers send you the very, very best. Please, a healthy and speedy recovery. But wherever you are right now and whatever you're doing, put it in the comments below, and I'll give you a shout out next week. Last week's question, I did ask a question last week. What was your perfect car? I don't think anybody answered because everyone was lost in the vitriol of the EV ban thing moving. But this week's question, I want to know the most expensive tank of fuel you've ever bought, because it happened to me last week by accident. We're driving to the Cotswolds in the Defender. We stopped at a motorway services, which I wouldn't normally do because it's very expensive petrol. The car was literally on fumes, and I'm filling the tank up, and a lovely chap came up to talk to me about the car and the colour of the car, because he had a 110 in the same colour, and was asking about the roof rack. We had a lovely conversation. I wasn't paying attention. I was just donk, 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 filling up, and then it went click, and it filled up. And I brimmed the tank, walked in to pay for it. It was £155. Easily my most expensive tank of fuel ever. I never ever go, apart from when I had a horse lorry, I never go over 100 quid. But yeah, 155 quid, youch. Yeah, fuel's definitely back on the way up in terms of price. Formula 1 at the weekend from Japan. I love Suzuka as a circuit. McLaren are back, baby. I mean, as a McLaren fan, it's really since, I guess, Lewis and Jensen were driving that they had a car that was competitive, but they've done amazing things. They're still 6/10 or so per lap off of the Red Bulls, but it's great to see them at the sharp and pointy end. Really great racing. I read today, really interesting, Jessica Hawkins has become the first woman since 2018 to test a Formula 1 car. She tested for Aston at Hungaroring last week and did really, really well. I would love to see Jamie Chadwick get in a Formula 1 car, but it's great news, and we're starting to get some, the W Series feeding into Formula 1. It would be amazing to get, they're on merit, but to get a female F1 driver would be amazing. If it was Jamie Chadwick, that would be even better. Next week is there's a weekend off, but Qatar after that. But don't worry, there is still racing this coming weekend at Alton Park, and I'm racing in the Enduro car 5-hour endurance race at Alton Park with the team from Race Logic. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to run out of time, haven't I? I'm really looking forward to that. I will be doing a film on it. I've got a test day on Friday, afternoon at Alton Park. So if you're in the area at Alton Park, then rock up, come along and say hello. Look for me in the pits with the Race Logic boys. And then also on Thursday of this week, I'm hosting an evening with Tiff Niddell at Podium Place. Now, I think there are still a small number of tickets left. I'll put a link in the description below and a pinned comment. I know it's late notice, the day before. The event start is from 6:30. And basically, I'm hosting a kind of Q&A evening with format with the legend that is Mr. Tiff Niddell. So if you're coming to that, make sure you come and say hi. Hope to see as many of you as possible. And then the last couple of things, Porsche 911 ST reviews are starting to hit YouTube. The car looks epic. I'd love to drive it. So in that vein, this Friday's video at 6 is that beautiful 911 Sport Classic that I did the midweek 180 from last week. What a very, very special car. To that video, I've literally just finished editing it this morning. It will be ready for you at 6 on Friday. But if you enjoyed that, please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come. Don't bother making comments about this being a midweek 360 or whatever. The middle bit, the 180 seconds bit, is just a bit of fun. The video is normally 6 to 7 minutes long, but it's been called a midweek 180 for 6 years, and I don't think it's going to change. Anyway, I need to get this edited, and then I need to go and get my hair cut, actually, because it's getting a bit shabby.